Welcome back to the At Home with Roby show. I'm Ashley Davis along with Trent Haston with the Roby family of companies. Visit us today at andrewroby.com. That's Andrew, ROBY.com. Or you can always find us at the WBT.com homepage. Trent, before the break, we talked about today's show is going to be about all aspects of the Andrew Roby Company. And we're joined now by David McGuire. David, thanks so much for being here today, buddy.
Good morning, guys.
Trent, I know David is an integral part of what you are trying to accomplish with Andrew Roby and the Roby family of companies.
Yeah, David is one of my dearest best friends in life. I'll tell a couple quick stories about David. I know David's been on the show before, but if I've told this story, hopefully it'll make you laugh again. David and I met at 9th grade. We were the first 9th grade class of Harding University High Magnet School. David came from the rich side of town over off Ray Road. I came from the ghetto on the west side of town. But we met. I had my hair cut, a bowl cut into a V with 2 lines in it under my V. And we were at soccer tryouts in August, and Dave was about 6'6", and I was about 5'4", and he slid tackled me on the baseball dirt of the shortstop. We were playing in the outfield of the baseball field, and hurt me pretty bad, and I think he didn't push me back down as I tried to stand up. So that is how David and I originally met.
You've got a really good imagination,
and it's still going on today. And now he's 7'4", by the way. He's he was 6'6" in high school. I don't know.
Just
what
got
happened
signed by the Hornets.
So to go from that to we were roommates our first year at Carolina. We're fraternity brothers at Chapel Hill. We graduated Chapel Hill. Dave went to work with Ferguson, who is a great brand partner of ours. He worked there about 8 years. Our company was small. You know, we couldn't have non-Haston talent like Dave, but Dave went out and worked at Ferguson for 8 or so years. And I know all the guys at Ferguson because we do a lot of business with Ferguson.
Sure do.
And when it got out in 2008 that Dave was coming to work for us and he was making a career change, I had to talk to a couple of those guys, but they understood. But all these guys were like, man, Dave's cool. And I'm like, yeah, he is. And they're like, he counts erasers. And I'm like, I need a guy in my company that counts erasers because that's how I think. And I told the story. Everybody said, well, why'd you hire Dave? Because people were wondering and maybe even envious or jealous and stuff like this. And I said, I'll tell you a story. If I had $1 million in cash, which I'll never have, I said, if I left it on my nightstand and left the country for a year and asked Dave to watch it, he would never be tempted to touch that $1 million in cash. And that is a true testament to Dave, who you are and where you come from. To move further along, he joined us in 2008. As our company's grown a lot and branched out a lot since 2008, we made a hire a couple years ago, and I asked Dave to take a back seat, and we hired from the outside. And I said, I want you to have some more time and some more experience. I want you to be better for the job when the job comes, and secondly, I want the opportunity to be a better opportunity for you. Well, this past year, about the time we started the radio show, Dave took over all of our construction operations, and that goes with what we were saying earlier. It's a true testament to how we want to grow our company, who we want to be part of our company, and I love you for it, Dave, so thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Trent. Yeah.
Okay, now enough flattery. Now I got some problems. No, I asked you to think of a story or a history of Charlotte or something you wanted to talk about a little bit. What you got up your sleeve?
Well, I love the Queen City. It's been my home since 1983, and we're blessed to be in this market. And as far as where we're headed, I think we've got a strong year ahead of us in this community. We're adding jobs in Charlotte, North Carolina. Wages continue to increase. The real estate market's good. You know, I think we're blessed right now and need to take advantage of it as a community, as
you don't have to flatter Ash.
I'm not flattering Ash.
Well, you spent the first 4 minutes flattering him. He just wanted to spread the wealth.
Well, we all know how this goes, right? I mean, we lived through the 2008 through 12. I mean, it was tough, and so I think we all need to realize what we've got right now, not get complacent, and take advantage of it. So that's what we're planning to do at Roby.
I'll tell this story. So Dave counts erasers. Dave's very particular. Dave was my first ever really hard negotiation monetarily on hiring an employee, not because he's all based on money, but because he's serious and he's dots I's and crosses T's. I respect that. I like that aspect coming to my company. I don't like dealing with the negotiation of it. But he joins the company in June of 2008. Right? July. 1st of July 2008, we did the negotiations in the late spring of 2008 when we thought the economy was on a skyrocket to space. And I think September of 2008 or 2009, everybody had to take a big pay cut and 10% across the board.
Yeah, Wachovia happened that fall. Yeah.
So Dave's negotiation
that was a crazy
backfired
year
on him. So that's one dagger, and I'll give you another dagger. You know, I've always been a 10-finger forehead and real thin hair, and you used to have the thickest hair, but I'm looking at you now. This stuff's like a skee ball.
Hey, man, just shaved heads and beards are the way to go these days. You didn't get the memo?
All right, hey, folks, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about shaved heads and beards. We're also talking about Andrew Roby Construction. David McGuire is with us. If you want to know more about what we can do for your home, give us a call or at 704-334-5477, or you can always go visit us. Take a look at all the jobs we've done in the past at andrewroby.com. So, Dave, you talked a little bit about being from the Queen City. What do you see happening in the residential construction industry as you kind of get into 2016? What are some of your goals for that side of the business?
Well, like I said, I think we're in for a strong year. As an economy here in Charlotte, you know, I think we've got at least a couple more. That's keeping your fingers crossed. We can never tell the future, but as long as real estate values are increasing, people are interested in investing in their homes, and whether that's additions, whether that's renovations, or possibly building new construction, you know, that we're seeing that, and we're blessed for that. So, you know, I know the Fed increased interest rates recently, but you know, maybe that was due a little bit. That'll be helpful. But right now we're going to ride it. So we see it being a healthy market that we're going to hopefully take advantage of. But I mean, one of the goals, and Trent had talked about what was a goal for our business, and listening to the first segment, Trent was mentioning our people and our clients, our employees and our clients, and one of the goals that I have for our business is the construction companies, and I know Roby Electric's involved in this too, and Roby Realty will be hopefully in a couple months, is to have 100% completion through a training outfit that we're working with is Sandler through Hendricks Corp. And it's a communication, customer service, and leadership training. And we're involved in our leadership and project management staff to put them through this to get better personally and professionally. And then that will translate to better care and service for our clients. So that's something that, you know, it's a major undertaking for our operation. It's an investment by our business and by the owners into the company that we think will help us be a much better company for our employees and our clients. And we'll be all on the same page. So we're
education for our staff.
Education and professional development.
I do know you really came to us. We've always been big on that, and I did Sandler for 5+ years. 7 or 8 years ago. Hadn't done it in the last couple of years. We kind of slowed down a little. We had to during the heavy recession. But you came to us this year. That's one of your big flagship staples. You said, we need this. You know, I run around and I say that everybody in the Roby family, our business model is everybody needs to hear the same "thee." And to explain that, if I say "thee," you can say "thee" and it mean 1,000 things. It can be angry, it can be happy, it can be short, it can be drawn out, but everybody needs to be on the same page. And I agree. Number one, we want our guys to have confidence, our ladies and gentlemen to have confidence, and get more education is always great. But we also want them getting the same message across the board. And that's how we want to treat our community, our clients, the place we live. So that's fun. It is.
And it really translates to that customer experience when
Yes,
people
sir.
are going to use the Andrew Roby company to do a renovation or whatever they need in their home. Yeah. All right. Great conversation, Dave.
Yeah, thanks
for
guys.
coming in, buddy.
Appreciate
Happy New
you
Year.
having me. Yeah, you too.
All right, when we come back, we're going to shift gears a little bit. We're going to talk to Patrick McIsaac with Roby Electric, talk about his side of the business, what he has planned for 2016. You're listening to the At Home with Roby show. Visit us today at andrewroby.com. That's Andrew, ROBY.com. Or you can always call us at 704-334-5477.